I can just briefly tell you about Kazo. Kazo, we have 22 stores pan-India across, and we have also been coming from the background of manufacturing for the bigger brands across Europe for last 2 decades. And that's where we see there's a huge potential in the market that as Western wear is increasing more and more in India, so there's a huge potential for establishing a brand which can inspire the women of India today. And as question about the online, of course, we see there's a huge potential coming out of online, but at the same time with the fashion, I would say it's pretty difficult to understand online. It depends upon brand perspective. There's a lot of brand perspective involved into this online, especially for fashion, because there are some brands which are doing fashion and basic fashion, but still very fashion, and their sizes, colors, and all are much more, I would say, accurate in the sense they don't keep on changing their sizes and the cuts so much. But a fashion brand like Kazo, we are for sure having a challenge of trends in a big way, because we are totally fashion retailers. And when it comes to fashion, online, I think girl really needs sometimes to feel the product, to understand the products, and would like to try the product. And maybe a lot of times she doesn't have that much time to, if she orders online and if it is not fitting her well, or if it's not meeting to the occasion where she wants to go, it could be an issue. So the fashion online is a little difficult to have it 100% on the fashion ways. It depends upon, I think, a lot of on brand to brand and the product. And that's what I feel, because in our case, if we see a lot of times, it's also the positioning of the brand is a very, very big concern, or even on online. It's who is selling through which gateway we are selling the brand. It's also a big concern.
So you have a slightly more cautious approach to this new animal which has emerged.
Yeah, I think yes, it is. Definitely is going to be there for sure. It's a challenge, and it's a gateway which we can't miss. We're also working on it. Probably by December onwards, we would be online, right? And but there's a lot of hard work into it to understand that we have to be, because especially in fashion, fashion online, I know a lot of cases that there have been almost 50% returns, because even the girls, they buy 2 products SML because they don't know which is going to fit in. So they buy 2, and then one is definitely, when you see that buying 2, one is going to come back for sure. So it's a different ball game, I would say, when it's concerned to real fashion. But at the same time, there would be a lot of brands like Abercrombie and Fitch, for example. Like there, it's much more serious, because their cuts, their sizes are so accurate that people just want to say, okay, this colors, and we buy these T-shirts. So it's so easy. But when it goes to dresses and cafe shops and all this stuff, then it becomes a little difficult, I would say.
It's interesting you mentioned that return factor, because many years ago when we were doing some work with a European catalog company, and this was many years ago before the internet actually had taken hold, the catalog company had 40%, 50% return on cocktail dresses, on evening gowns, etc., because women were not sure of which size would fit or which color would actually look good on them. Yeah. So they would order 2 or 3, and then typically they would return 1 or maybe 2 out of the 3 that they bought. And that's something which I think is universal.
Yeah, sure.
So if you have that experiential angle to fashion retail, online is an enabler, sure, but it's probably not a substitute for buying the product, touching, feeling, experiencing the product physically, right?
Sure, 100%. I totally agree with this. It can never be a substitute of online to brick and mortars, for sure. Because end of the day, if you are at your home, you really need to also go out. And what would you do when you go out? Of course, lifestyle, especially buying clothes, is one of the biggest, I would say, segment where people enjoy, and they would like to take the recommendations as well. Right? If you want to buy an iPhone, you don't need any recommendation. It's there. You just order it, it's there. You want to gift it, it's there. You can't gift a cocktail dress to anybody. You can't. If a man wants to buy, like in his case, he said he wants to buy an engagement ring, it's too easy, right? But to give a cocktail dress to women, it's very difficult. She needs to see, she needs to feel, she needs to see her personality about it, and that's how it goes. So it is definitely very difficult. And I would say India as a market, it's still maturing on online. In Europe and America, it still has been on a different way because the policies and the maturity of online is at a different level altogether. And they also know, they know it for accounted, maybe brand which is selling more towards cocktail and cafes. They know their returns would be even more higher than 50% because they know that girls are allowed to buy the product, the consumer, and they are allowed to return it also. So they might be ordering the cocktail dress from 3 different brands, and whatever because she don't want to miss a chance, she wants to wear it anyways. So she would choose one and then return other 2. So it could be more. So it's a different experience, and people still want to go out of their house. They want to enjoy the evenings. So they do it together. They go and they also shop. So I don't think it can be a substitute. It could definitely be an area which you cannot ignore it, but it cannot be a substitute for sure.